morning and welcome back to my channel. I'm naturally Ray, or you could just call me Ray. So we're in 2026, so happy new year y'all. I cannot believe that we're in the beginning of 2026. I am so thankful, I'm so grateful. I know there are a lot of people who just did not make it into this year. Some people didn't even wake up this morning, so I am really grateful, I'm really thankful that God allowed us to wake up this morning to see another year. I'm so grateful that y'all are here. I hope y'all are having a really good start to the year. Now, this particular video isn't so much of a new year, new me, rebranding, resetting. Well, it's actually a little bit of resetting. If y'all follow on my channel, y'all will know that I mainly talk about my health and my fitness and getting back into shape and losing weight. The end of last year, I finished up a little challenge where I wanted to lose a lot of belly fat and, well, I should say body fat as a whole, and I actually did really good with that challenge. Now Christmas came around and you all know I like to talk about balance, and I ate a lot of sugary foods, a lot of carbs and a lot of sugary drinks, so I put on a little something. Now the thing is, I know maybe the majority of that might just be a lot of water weight because I just ate a little more than I usually would eat. So I am doing a little bit of a reset just for about 30 days. One of the main reasons I'm doing it because my birthday is actually in just about 30 days, well, a little over 30 days. So I thought it would be really good to do like a 30-day like discipline series. I don't know if I will decide to try and lose a certain amount of body fat or weight, maybe like 10 pounds in 30 days, which is, you know, a little on the stricter side. I've definitely done it before. I will actually link in the description some videos where I showed you all how I actually stuck to different habits and routines to lose that amount of weight and all of that. But yeah, that was a whole mouthful. But y'all, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all enjoy it here. I'm really excited about 2026. Make sure that you like this video, make sure that you subscribe so you will be able to keep up with how I progress with my fitness journey, my health journey, losing weight, building muscle, getting strong, getting lean, all of that good stuff. With that being said, because I am doing my 30 days of discipline, trying to, I guess, lose some weight in these 30 days, I want to make sure I'm prioritizing protein. And yes, I will say this time and time again in all of my videos, but if you are on a weight loss journey, yes, being in a calorie deficit is important. And I do mention that you don't have to track on my fitness pal or other apps every single day for like months on end. You could just do it for just a couple of weeks, so at least you have a idea as to how much you are actually eating, or you could just maybe do portion control and then eventually eat intuitively. Y'all, the sun is coming in and out and in and out, so I apologize. But it's such a beautiful morning, it really is. Anyway, I've been talking for a while. Y'all, so I had breakfast. Y'all, you see this, I usually, well, for the last couple of months, I usually would just add my blueberries to my smoothies, but I didn't see any of the fruits and blueberries for a while. And they had the mixed berries, which was the blackberries, the raspberries, and the blueberries. Now, the first time I ever had blackberries, I did not like it at all, and I was actually a little upset because it was just way too expensive. Like the texture of the seeds, I just didn't like it. So when I saw that this blend was, well, the three blends, the mixture, I was like, maybe the raspberries and the blueberries will balance it up because I like raspberries and blueberries. And it actually wasn't that bad. I'm still getting a little bit of the texture coming through, but because it's a smoothie and there are so many different things in it, it's not as bad. And well, I didn't put as much blackberries. But this tastes so good. Like I mentioned before, with my 30 days, one of the main things I'm prioritizing is protein. So obviously I have like Greek yogurt, which is, you know, high in protein. I had my eggs, I had some spinach, which also has some protein in it. Try your best to maybe like front load your protein so you don't feel as though when it comes to the end of the day you're like struggling to get your protein in. I try my best to get roughly 100 grams of protein every single day. A rule of thumb is to get 0.8 to 1 gram of protein per pound of your ideal body weight. So if it is that you're 100, well, your ideal body weight is 130 pounds, you try your best to get around 130 grams of protein. Now that may seem a lot for some people, especially if you have not been eating close to that on a daily basis. So I would say at least try to get 100 grams of protein, which means for like your main meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, you get roughly 30 to 40 grams of protein in your main meals. That was a whole mouthful. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish, have my smoothie, and then a little later on I will just show you all what I have throughout the day. But I am so excited about this new year. I feel as though yes, I started off this year where I do want to lose some body fat, but I feel like this is one of the years where I'm not like extremely super focused on losing weight, which is definitely an improvement, because you all know for the last couple of years, every single year it was like losing weight, and yeah, kind of start off this year with wanting to lose a little bit of body fat, but it isn't anything that is drastic. It really isn't a lot at all, just about 10 pounds I might want to lose, and I'll be fine. But anyway, I will catch up with you all a little later. So I want to make my next point about fiber. I know a lot of people talk about protein, but when it is you eat a lot of fiber, it's obviously very good for your digestion. It also helps to keep you fuller for longer. So when it is you're on a weight loss journey, when it is you need to be in a calorie deficit, it really helps you out a lot. So make sure that you're having a lot of fiber, and of course your healthy fats like your avocado. Those are actually really good when it is you're on a weight loss journey as well. Obviously your healthy fats help you out with your hormone health and all of that. So yeah, catch up with you all later. So it's a little later and I decided to have a sweet treat. I would have shown this brownie a couple of times in my what I eat in a day video, but this is the first time I bought it with like the Oreos and the marshmallows and just the extra chocolate. And y'all, well, this is the second one I'm having, not today. I had one yesterday. This is very rich. Now this will tie into one of my other points. For these 30 days and just in general, you all know that I talk about having balance, and I usually do the 80-20 rule, where 80% of the time I eat whole, unprocessed or minimally processed foods, and then 20% of the time I have my treats. I go out, I eat what I want to eat, and just be a little mindful. Obviously I'm not going off the rails, because in the past, when it is I am extremely restrictive, I end up, you know, seeing results really quickly, but then I overconsume and I basically just gain all the weight back. So for me, having the 80-20 rule, having that balance works really well for me. So I am going to enjoy this. Now y'all, this is very sweet and I just have to drink a lot of water, which is another thing that I am using as I guess a non-negotiable during these 30 days. I'm going to have at least 80 to 100 ounces of water every single day. I have my water bottle here. Now sometimes I don't even use a small one, because I think this is maybe like 20 to maybe 22, but sometimes I just have like that big bottle of water full the 80 to 100. So when that entire thing is finished, then I know I have it for the day, rather than trying to refill this maybe a couple of times, which is a little hack. If it is that you don't want to try and monitor how many of these smaller bottles you drink, just have a really big bottle, put the full amount in there, and when it's finished, you know you had the amount that you're supposed to drink for that day. So I'm gonna have my sweet treat. Actually, I might eat half now and half later, because when I tell you all this is very rich and very sweet, it is very rich and very sweet. So I'm gonna have this, and then I'm actually gonna make some ginger, turmeric and lime shots. I saw some ginger on sale and I was like, okay, this is the perfect time. I don't even know if y'all noticed with my voice, I have a little bit of a sniffle. I'm not sick, I have a little bit of sniffle. I actually was taking medication for the last couple of days, so I feel a lot better now, but it's the perfect time to do ginger, turmeric and lime shots. I showed this on my channel a lot. I don't know if I will maybe go through every single stage in this video, but I will definitely link. I did a dedicated video showing you all of the stages of making my ginger, turmeric and lime shot, so I will definitely link it in the description in case you want to see the full thing. I might just show little clips of what I'm adding to the blender. It's nothing major because I just put everything in my blender, strain it, and fill my glass containers. So anyway, I'll catch up with y'all when I'm eating maybe lunch slash dinner, because y'all, I am telling you that breakfast that I had gonna keep me really full, really full. So it's a lot later and I'm in between making like lunch and dinner, because we're definitely past lunchtime. And like I always tell you in my videos, make sure that you prioritize in protein. It really does keep you fuller for longer. So more than likely I'm just gonna have the salmon, well, that noise you're hearing now is the air fryer, so that should be finished soon. I'm just doing some sauteed broccoli and then the mashed potatoes. And I was actually checking my watch just to check and see, you know, how much steps I had for the day. It was like 7,300 or something, which is actually really good. And I just wanted to add in the other point that I wanted to do for this 30 days. And the thing is, right, even though, yes, I'm mentioning these 30 days of discipline and these 30 days of, I guess, a reset, all of these things are routines and habits that I have implemented into like my system and my lifestyle. So it's not like I'm gonna do this for 30 days and then stop. It's actually part of my lifestyle. I'm aiming to get around 8 to 10,000 steps a day, and I know for some people that may seem like a lot, but it really doesn't take that long to get 10,000 steps. If it is that you walk at a really brisk pace, you can actually get about 1,000 steps in 10 minutes. So I prioritize getting a good amount of walking in the beginning of the day. Usually when I do my prayer and devotions, I get a couple thousand steps just in the morning from doing that. I would say that even if you get close to like 8,500 steps, I mean, the research has shown that you get a lot of the health benefits from just walking that amount. So even if you don't walk 10,000 steps a day, you get a lot of the health benefits from that. And of course, you know, the weight loss benefits, which ultimately helps you out with your health as well. I tend to get 10,000 steps a day anyway. It's pretty easy for me to get 10,000 steps, so I just have that range. What I would say though, for y'all, sorry about that, I don't know what happened with my camera just now, but I know I was talking about getting roughly 8 to 10,000 steps. Now if it is that you live a very sedentary lifestyle, you maybe walk only about 3, 4, 5,000 steps a day, don't feel as though you need to rush to, you know, start doing 8,000 steps a day. Just add a couple hundred steps every day until you build up to that amount, and it will just automatically become part of your lifestyle. I also want to prioritize strength training and resistance training, because in as much as I love the fact that I lost a lot of my body fat the ending of last year, but throughout the entire year, I definitely want to focus on strength training and resistance training. And no, I have not joined a gym as yet. I know y'all may be like, this girl always talking about joining a gym, and I haven't joined a gym yet. I do use some of the weights that I have at home, and I do home workouts. I definitely know I need to lift heavier and do progressive overload, because I want to get a lot leaner, I want to get a lot stronger. So that is the goal, one of the main goals for me this year. I'm going to try to do at least 3 to 4 times a week. I think for these 30 days, I'm going to start off with 3, because I haven't been as consistent with that. That's one of the first things that I fall off with when it comes to my health and fitness, the strength training, that falls off first. So maybe I will say, okay, 3 times a week, and then build up to 4, then build up to 5, etc. So yeah, so lunch / dinner should be ready soon. Maybe, but what I usually like to do is after I eat, so after breakfast, after lunch, after dinner, I usually walk, because that helps out with your digestion, it helps out with your blood sugar levels. It just helps out a lot, and obviously you're getting your steps anyway. So there was something else I wanted to mention. I can't even remember, because to be honest, I didn't even write down all of these, I guess, tips that I'm doing. Well, not really tips, but habits, because again, it is part of my lifestyle. So even after these 30 days, these are the things that I'm going to continue to do. So maybe after I eat, I'll remember. So I'll catch up with you all afterwards. So dinner was really good, actually surprisingly good. Like everything was perfect, the perfect amount of seasonings and flavors. I was like, ooh. So I just wanted to make this other point that, yes, I mentioned that, you know, I have balance and I do the 80-20 rule, but specifically for the next 30 days, when it comes to the foods that I'm eating, I'm going to do more home cooked foods, and I'm going to follow the 90-10 rule, just so that it will help me a little more with my calorie deficit, because obviously, you know, when it is you eat out, you can't really gauge, well, you can gauge, you can, I guess, average how much calories you're eating, but when you eat home cooked foods, you could definitely check it a lot easier. You could weigh things out, you can measure things, all of that. You know what you're putting into your food. So just for the 30 days, I'm gonna follow the 90-10. So 90% of the time I eat home cooked foods, and then the 10% I could eat out, because balance. But yeah, so dinner was really good. I took my medication because, you know, I started to feel a little stuffy, and yeah, I'm just gonna organize and take a little brief walk, get my 10,000 steps. That should be easy peasy, and then just wind down for the evening, get a good night's rest, which again is another point. I'm gonna aim at getting between 7 to 9 hours of sleep, especially now that I'm sick. Okay, I'm not sick. I'm not 100%. I definitely want to prioritize sleep. Of course, like I mentioned, I'm still prioritizing sleep, even though well, on other days when I actually get better, but just in general, 7 to 9 hours of sleep, good quality sleep, it definitely helps you on your weight loss journey, because when it is you sleep well, you don't get as much cravings the next day, you don't feel for the ultra processed food, sugary foods, because your body will be able to catch up on your satiety cues. When it is you're ghrelin, you have your hunger hormone, it's a lot more when it is you don't get good quality sleep. Your leptin, which is your satiety hormone, would not be as much when it is you don't get good quality sleep anyway. So that's the thing, those are the things that I'm going to prioritize for the next 30 days, and of course moving forward. If it is that you like this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up, make sure that you subscribe, and as always, try your best to become the healthiest version of yourselves. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.